Thanks so much for all the love over on our recent cover, Yellow. We really enjoyed making that. For those of you that have been enjoying our cover releases, you'll be happy to know that we are releasing a second covers album. This will be available over on Bandcamp, so do give me a follow on over there. The link is in the description below. And this is, of course, all leading up to the release of our full original album, which will be coming on later in the year, or will be coming out later in the year, I should say. But a new covers album will be coming out soon. It will be featuring 7 top releases of our 2023 covers and 3 unreleased songs, so do get involved if you are excited about it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer Glatzhofer, but you can call me Jen. I am a singer and a voice teacher, and as you can see from the title, I will be reacting to Top of the World by Patty Griffin. This was a request over on Patreon. If you're in tier musical, royalty or above, you get top priority when it comes to requests, so here we are. As always though, this is a reaction and analysis video, so I will be stopping and talking about the vocals. If you'd rather watch the full thing uninterrupted, then I have left the link to the original video in the description below. The link to my Patreon page can also be found in the description below. Otherwise, hit that subscribe button and the bell button, and let's get to it.
I wished I was smarter. Wished I was stronger. I wished I loved Jesus the way my wife does. I wished it had been easier instead of any longer. I wished I could have stood where you would have been proud. That won't happen now. That won't happen now.
Ooh. I love this delicate voice here already. I love how we started with a really disconnected vocal line there at the beginning. It was quite whispery and breathy, and then we had that connection in the second or third line, and we've kind of maintained that there. It's a lovely thin quality. It's got heaps of that head voice quality in there, and it's kind of like hovering in this lovely mixy place. We're really kind of blending a lot of, you know, it's got that element of connection from our chest voice, but it hasn't got the thickness of it. We're actually holding back and allowing a lot of that softer quality in there, which really draws us in. And I love how close she is to the mic, how small everything is. Let's go back so we can hear those two. So,
I wished I was smarter.
so she kind of like starts off actually, that's low as well. I wish I was smarter. That's like so low. She starts this off with a lovely,
Wished I was. I wished I was.
it's an aspirate onset. I wish. There's a little bit, even though we're connected, and then we whisper, bring that kind of whisper back towards the end, and then
I wished I was smarter. Wished I was stronger.
still quite.
I wished I loved Jesus.
And there's actually, even though we're there's actually a lot of twang in there. I wish I loved, like lost love. There's actually a lot of twang in there to kind of get that direction forward placement, even while still remaining in this thin quality. I love these different mixture of tools that's happening.
I wished I loved Jesus the way my wife does. I wished it had been easier instead of any longer. I wished I could have stood where you would have been proud.
There, where you would, where. She actually does an aspirate onset on the where, which is really interesting. It feels very natural to where she would place that, how she would say that maybe. But I love how some of these endings of the lines have little run down. The agility is really, really lovely. And then sometimes we just hold on to that note and it's really, really pure and sustained. I love that she's giving us variety within these phrases.
Instead of any longer.
Whispery.
I wished I could have stood where you would have been proud. That won't happen now. That won't happen now. There's a whole lot of singing that's never gonna be heard, disappearing every day without so much as a word.
Oh, Sorry, I know I paused in a really bad place. We're going to listen to this all together. I love the addition of the strings there. But yeah, it's like when she comes down to the lower part of her voice, it's very breath-led. She's not allowing the vocal folds to connect all the way through. But look how like tiny her mouth is, and there's lots of poutiness happening. So even though we might be higher, this poutiness is allowing her to have this kind of dark feel. So it's really like sending that energy forward, but then because she's tiny as well, not dropping, it doesn't have this open feel. It's quite a small place that she's playing with.
There's a whole lot of singing that's never gonna be heard, disappearing every day without so much as a word somehow. I think I broke the wings off that little songbird. She's never gonna fly to the top of the world now, to the top of the world.
I love how she really just draws back that volume as well. It's really quiet and vulnerable. We've found this connected sound on the beginning of this section of the song. Really pouting. There's also an element of nasality happening there as well, which helps with that legato fluid motion in between the words, not breaking off, letting that flowy movement continue on. That's really helping her here. And then she kind of like drops all of that. We get this breathy falsetto sound right at the top, very kind of allowing that natural waver of the sound to happen. It's really nice. It happens in the second time as well.
To the top of the world, I don't have to answer.
Oh, see, answer. That's a low note. Where is this? Where are we? Okay, it's an E3. Answer. And she's actually, rather than reaching for it with thickness and trying to be like, it gives us a different feel rather than it being really thick and connected down there, sending lots of breath. It's just a different quality down on that E3 note, which she is able to hit. Love that.
Top of the world, I don't have to answer any of these questions.
She starts off there as well.
Don't have no God to teach me no lessons.
And this little da 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 da, this little area of her voice here, it feels like that's where her voice really rings true, and it's like quite golden. So this would be where her vocal type is, around this mezzo land, on first time basis. Obviously, I don't know her full voice yet. We're just listening to it. I'm literally a minute and a half in. But this also explains why maybe she's going for a breathy approach on these lower notes, because the connection there isn't as, like, the vocal folds don't want to be as connected there as they are in this area of her voice. Both are really, really lovely, and I love that this is, we've got to hone into what we bring, because that is our unique style, and rather than kind of sounding like someone else, this is what she brings, this kind of breathy quality down there, and I love that. This little section though, this part of her voice is really nice.
Teach me no lessons, I'd come home in the evening.
Ooh, love that.
Sit in my chair. One night they called me for supper, but I never got up. I stayed right there in my chair.
And that vibrato, chair, she goes straight onto that vibrato as well. The lyrics, the storytelling of this is wonderful. As the instrumentation gets more fuller, so does her voice. And I love, even that when she comes back down again, she's going into that breathier kind of quality. But yeah, the storytelling, the character through it is really powerful, like her gaze and the sung through moments of this.
Stay right there in my chair. There's a whole lot of singing that's never gonna be heard, disappearing every day without so much as a word somehow.
That is so delicate. Just like then disappearing and without saying a word. I love that whole sentence. I love how it sends. Then dun da. It's like connection. Then she's letting it, releasing that connection within the vocal folds, allowing that breath to again come here. This is now a choice. She is able to not do that, but she's choosing to do that to portray more vulnerability within the character. And it's such a lovely choice.
I broke the wings off that little songbird. She's never gonna fly to the top of the world. No, to the top of the world.
See? Ooh. Wow, she like holds on to it and it goes into the next phrase. That was really beautiful. We'll listen to that again. But here she's choosing to remain in a full sounding placement up on that note, sorry. Which highlights the fact that before it was a choice that she wanted to become more breathy. Here we're really letting it lean into this really, continuous full sound. And then we get a lovely run around there as well and go straight to that ooh, which we then continue. Love that.
To the top of the world.
Like going to this thinner head voice quality.
I wish I'd have known you. I wish I'd have shown you all of the things I was on the inside.
This is written to all of the things. It's written in a really lovely melodic way as to how one would speak it. And I love when songs do that because then you can connect to the words even more. It's like you are singing the words written on a paper or diary, a page or whatever. It makes it even more special and we really like lean into what they're saying. I love the strip away of the instruments, getting the vocal straight away.
Was on the inside, but I'd pretend to be sleeping when you'd come in the morning to whisper goodbye and go to work in the rain. Now I don't know why,
Ooh, these runs are so clean. Don't know why. I can't remember how it went exactly, but they're really, really clean intervals as she's falling down, as she's descending. Really lovely, remaining on this full quality again. And I love this line, and I don't know why, but she kind of misses out the and goes straight to the I don't know, I don't know why. She's using that as like a hit off point onto the and. I know it's and I don't know why. A hit off point to the I, sorry, I should say. And I don't know why. And it's I don't know, there's something really special about that.
go to work in the rain. Now I don't know why, I don't know why. 'Cause everyone's singing, they just wanna be heard. Disappearing every day, not so much as a word.
So here, completely different, right? Hey, where is this note? Let's have a little look. Right, there's an A flat 4, so the top part of her chest voice. She's still got more to go. So she was really bringing down that thinner quality down before. We are dropping the jaw ever so, like, for Patty Griffin, it's a lot lower, more open than what it was before. Obviously we can go even more, but this seems like it's quite open for her because she's so used to singing really, really small and tiny. So this is a drop for her. Just allowing that thicker quality to kind of pierce through there. It's going to be a lot easier on a more of an open space, open mouth. And it's actually really sustained. And she like abruptly comes off of that glottal offset. No vibrato there at all. lovely riff.
To the top of the
I mean, this, like, I love how we are really seeing the journey of this song. We're getting fuller with the instruments, fuller with her vocals as well. We're getting some ad-libs here, like some calls out, not necessarily on words. Ah, ah, like just kind of an ah, really kind of letting that emotion drive this. I love it. Nice. I love that repeated at the end. That's actually surprisingly challenging to do because you have to come off at the same time, grab enough breath to go to the top of the world, to the top of the world, to the top of the world, and you have to keep that for however long she did it. So even though you're repeating it, it's not like a high or low note, it's kind of, you know, range wise it's in the middle. The fact that we have to keep repeating it and we've only got a short amount of time to grab some breath, that's heaps of breath control there. Love that. I mean, ooh, where are we going now? Sorry, I have to pause because, you know, copyright. But I love how, you know, it was so stripped back before, just acoustic guitar vocals. Then the strings came in. Then, you know, other little elements and musical instruments. And now we're here. Wow. And it's like we've reached that high and now we've come down.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. I wish they kept a little bit more of her talking right at the end. Thank you, because it was really quite it's actually quite connected down there. Really, really nice. That was a really beautiful performance. Love that. Well, thank you for sending this performance my way. This is why I love doing what I do, because I hear new singers, new songs, new vocalists up on, well, for me, I've not heard Patty Griffin before. Sorry. I mean, I might know a song or two, but I really enjoyed that performance, though, the delivery of it and how her voice grew. I love that she gave different different feels for each verse as well. Really nice. Well, thank you very much for watching this reaction and analysis video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, the bell button, and the thumbs up button. Remember, you can join me over on Patreon as well. The link is in the description below, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye!